Hey out there, YouTube land. This is Tired John at Freaking Jeep. You're at Freaking Jeep and welcome here. And my name's John, and I've just been up front and worked my you-know-what off and kind of wore out. It's late in the day. It's about, according to that, it's 10 after 7, quarter after 7, something like that. 10 after 7. Anyhow, didn't want to leave you too high and dry on the, hear that pileated woodpecker? On the sawmilling. And then they dropped me off some of this stuff here. And so I decided I'd come back here. I just did a video from the pet house, splitting wood. Actually, I think that was yesterday or maybe the day before. I don't know. Right now, if it's a nice day out, I make a video about I'll maybe make 3 or 4 videos a day. And I start to get them jammed up and jammed up and jammed up. And so they get out of order. Okay, you know, I started out splitting wood, then I went into town and got food for dinner, ate dinner, got a fat belly, been raking up there, but then I wanted to get back here before it got too dark and get a saw. Anyhow, that's what's going on. So I'm going to put you up on the stand, but I wanted you guys to look at these logs. These are Tree of Heaven. Does anybody know about Tree of Heaven? I don't know much about Tree of Heaven other than they're going to go on the sawmill. Look at the burls on this thing. And look at these are just crazy. I should cut some of them off, but I'm just not going to do it. You can kind of, I don't know, yeah, you can kind of catch the angles. These hit, see? Oh man, that's why you got to clean up this place. I just tripped over that. And I'll probably cut this off some. Probably cut these burls off, but they might, this thing's loaded with burls. Yeah, I think I'll cut them off because it's just in the way. I don't know what the wood looks like inside. I have never sawed. This is Tree of Heaven. Oh, there's poison ivy. That's good. I catch poison ivy. Anyhow, that's what it looks like, and there's just burls starting all over this. There's one. You can just see them. Look at the knots. Pimples, burls, warts, whatever you want to call them. These look more like warts than they do. But I dropped these logs on here, and they went really goofy. And you can see I had to get down in here with a bobcat just because I was in it and slide it back. I did get most of this crap up, so I'm gonna load these, put you up on there. I don't know if it's light enough up there that you guys are going to see anything. It's a beautiful day today, absolutely gorgeous. You couldn't ask for better weather. Let's see. That's pretty dark. I might have to put you on the tripod over here. Anyhow, I'm gonna get the carriage back, load that log. I'm not going to bring you along for that because that's kind of boring. So we'll be back in a minute or two. Bye bye. Well guys, I'm leaving you on a tripod because I'm in a hurry, and you're going to see what I see. I turned the motor off and tell you everything, but just running out of light. So you're going to see for the first time, same thing I see for the first time. Better make sure I turned it on, yeah. My pin. That's my emergency brake. It actually looks real pretty. I hope that you can see that. Let's see what the next one looks like. figures in it. It saws funny though. Alright, I'm going to turn this and bring you back in a minute. Is a triangle. One. is off. I got to do cleanup. That's some pretty wood. I had to turn it down, put the flat down because there were so many bumps on it. I couldn't, if you saw maybe the first or second slice I took on it, it was real, the whole log was bouncing. So if you didn't see that, go back and look at it. It's because it was a male log. Anyhow, the outer cuts to me are prettier than the inner cuts, but I'm going to try to get it back here. Look at that. That's some pretty wood. That doesn't belong there. It cuts funny though. I don't know how to explain it. It's soft wood. I know it's soft wood because the chainsaw cut it like it was nothing. That's the first time I've ever cut it. Cut Tree of Heaven. That's what it is. That's where I had it down on the flats. Rascal Flats. Anyhow, I'm going to finish sawing it tomorrow. I'm going to leave it where it is. Marky, forgive me. See how much this thing bows and bends and twists overnight. I got to get back up to the wood splitter and get some wood splitting done. So that's where in fact, I'm going to go up there and do some sawing of the, I'm going to be doing some sawing. Well, we'll go up there and I'll show you what I'm doing. So we'll be back in a little bit, but we're going to be in the other location. Well, I think it's a pretty good position for you. The only problem is the exhaust is right here, so you better turn your volume down before you get going much further. And I think it works up there. I gotta walk around. Well, I made it down here. You're at freaking Jeep. My name's John, and I'm splitting wood. And most of this wood's going to go over to this pile. This one here, if you weren't here last night or whenever the last video of this was, I got to get the cover on and get it out of here because I want to bring in a couple other totes to start putting more lesser quality wood in. One will get better quality wood, or I generally like to keep a good quality wood, but this was good quality. I don't know. You know I don't know what I'm doing. So let's keep going until we run out of gas or something. Likes to be choked. It's chilly out here. you guys and get you down. That didn't take too long to finish off. I forget how many were there. It was what was left over from the other day, but it's actually after dinner. I thought this was a pretty good spot for catching it. I'm going to take that and cover it up, get it out of there, and get an empty one in there. That I'm going to keep filling. I think, pretty sure I might go over and grab that log that was on the sawmill. That was some pretty nice wood. I think that's part of the white oak that I was cutting. You can sure see the difference in it. Anyhow, I think that's what's going on. This is a pretty good spot. Leave me a comment. How do you like this spot up here? It's pretty good. So I'm going to get the green bucket off, put the forks on, get that lid over there. In fact, while you're here, I'll show you doing that. I think I started showing you the other night, but it wasn't a finale. Yeah, that log over there, that's a right good size log. That thing's probably about that long. I forget what the width is between those rails. I'll go measure it, let you know if I remember to let you know. But I want to get I generally, like I said, don't like real good wood in the totes racks. I put more junky wood. Here's the lid. Like I said, if you're new here, I stack these totes different than anybody. I stack the sides up. And then these, as you recall from the other night, I cut them instead of the top off. I cut it around that way because it's longer, put the slices in it, then they stack up in each other. And with a little bit of luck, I can get it up there without too many hassles, but sometimes I don't do too well. These things make good little handles to fly it up on there. Sometimes this might be out. Oh, I caught one right here. But my strings are always on here. Then you just go around here. I got knots on both sides so it doesn't come off. Got a loop on there so they always stay there. I don't have to go looking for rope or tie down or all that kind of nonsense. And just pull it down. And I think some people say that that's a half hitch I put in there. I'm not real sure. But I got one on 4 corners. This way here, if there is any like air that comes up the top, it should come out here because as it's coming, or moisture, it should come out, and they dry really quick. This wood will be ready to burn this winter. Just like, you know, if you watch me drying wood, your wood is dry enough to burn, for me anyway, in 3 to 4 months. So this probably won't get split. Well, I gotta crawl around to the other side. That probably won't get burned until February or something like that. So, and it was dead oak. Anyhow, we'll be back in a little bit, or I don't know, this might be it. Don't know what I'm doing, guys. You know that by now. Bye-bye.